What up, Skate? Welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryson Forth, giving out raw reaction and interacting with the masses. No subject is safe. You hear the people and noise, but that's the point, because without the people, what is the point? Embrace them vibrations. First and foremost, I gotta say happy birthday to my guys, Big Mike and Young Kimo Sabi. Noel, happy birthday, my dudes. Go Birds. And then, on the subject of Go Birds, Howie did it again. He did it a fucking again. I don't understand how it's just so many days where you're like, where's this gun? Or what does he have on people where he can go get the best rated cornerback and didn't even have to trade up, didn't have to spend a dime on anything, didn't have to give away any picks, didn't have to do shit. Got the best corner in this draft. The first DB drafted by the Eagles since 2002. If you know, you know. That's Lito Shepherd. And you know how he turned out. Beast. Dog. Shut down. And it's hard if you're a football fan to fathom how he fell to 22. A lot of people were saying like he looked upset about it. He was not upset about being selected by the Eagles. He was upset because he was rated a top 12 player in the draft overall, and he slid because everybody was so concerned about getting a quarterback or a receiver. Well, I'm here to tell you, he's going to make you eat those decisions. And that's to the other 21 teams in front of the Eagles. 6 foot, 195. He did 20 reps of 225. If you've ever lifted weights, if you've ever bench pressed, you have to understand that is ridiculous for a person at that size. They said he squatted 500. What? He plays really well in man because he can jam, receivers his size. But his best, attribute is that he can read quarterbacks' eyes. Now, I will say that might be a detriment at times because sometimes he might jump routes that he shouldn't be jumping. But in the system that we have now with Vic Fangio, that is exactly what he needs to be doing. Because if we have edge rushers and D tackles getting after the quarterback, done. You're shut down. I love the story about how he wears 27. He wanted to get to the league because he wanted a single number, and he earned it at Toledo. But his grandmother told him, the number 27 got you where you are now. What's the point of changing? Sorry, it's my bop. What's the point of changing the number? And he didn't change it. And now here he is, the first Toledo player selected in the first round in 30 years. 30 years. The second best story that I heard was Nick Saban, who used to coach Alabama before he left. His sophomore year, they kept asking him to enter the portal so that he could come to Alabama, get some NIL money, and start for an SEC football team. And he said no. I built a lot of relationships at Toledo, my hometown. I'm not leaving. I'm not worried about the money. I'm worried about being where I'm comfortable. And here he is. First round pick. Bring him in. Let's get it fucking done. Darius Slay even said, I'm proud to come in and teach this man to take my place when I'm done. He's already getting so much from players that haven't even played with him yet. Whatever they do from here on out is just icing. It's just icing. But it's day 2 of drafting. I'm not sure who they take. Everybody was keep talking about Cooper DeJean. I love that they said if the Eagles take Cooper DeJean, they're gonna call him Cooper DeJean. That's pretty funny. And then, I think they go linebacker or O-line. I was just talking to my dad about this because he called me right before I did this. It's got to be linebacker or O-line. I don't think I've seen a draft where Howie has not taken an O-lineman. You got to do it for depth, especially because Lane's on his way out. You already shored up Mailata. You've already shored up Dickerson. So you got to get your guards in line, and then, the rest is the rest. I was saying, that's why, Avonte Maddox came back, because he knew it's just little things that need to be tinkered. Other than that, this is a boomer bust team. The Eagles can do it. Obviously in the other news, everybody's like, what the fuck was Atlanta doing? Taking Michael Penix Jr. at 8. That was odd. The fact that you didn't tell Kirk Cousins, who you gave 4 years, $180 million to, not even a month and a half ago, and then you didn't tell him that you were going to take a quarterback, kind of weird. And it's not threatening to him, because he knows he's at least going to be starting on this team for at least 2 years. I know I keep doing this. A fucking mustache is tickling my nose. But it was very interesting, especially at 8, where they probably could have traded back and got Michael Penix Jr. before that and got draft picks. But I'm not a GM. I don't know how that works. They did what they did, and if in the draft, if you got a player that you've been looking at constantly and you see him and he's there, go get him. Fuck it. Got to get it done. If you get a chance, there's a lineman named Olu Chanel. First name Olu, last name Fashanou. Watch his draft video where he was at home and celebrating with his family. So it was him in the middle, his mom on his right side, and then his girlfriend was all the way on his mom's side. She was fucking blocking him from touching him. No, you won't be here for long. Sorry to tell you that, baby girl. Boxed her smooth out. There was only 13 players at the actual combine, which I think I blame that on COVID, where people got comfortable with being on Zoom. But it's okay. It's okay to be at home celebrating with your friends. In other sports news, Sixers won yesterday. It's a 2-1 series. Embiid. Would you like something, Lauren?
Shout out to B Rights over here.
Appreciate that. Embiid with the 50 burger on their heads. All right, I'll give you this. He did have a really dirty play when he slapped the dude's leg. That was kind of weird. I'm glad he didn't throw it out, but I also don't get why Knicks fans are like, oh, he should have been thrown out. You're only saying that because if he was thrown out, you had a chance to win the game. Throw the best player out. Of course you're going to say that. Of course. Get out of here. Jalen Brunson with the 39. That was dope. This series is going to be a lot chippier than people thought. And if the Knicks thought that they were only team that could be gritty, think again. The Lakers are fucking cooked. You hate to see it. They are fucking cooked. Just like the Sixers, minus yesterday, their role players are not giving them anything. Jokic is a fucking monster. I will give it to him. Best player in the world. And he does it effortlessly. He looks like he's not doing anything. And unless somebody on the Nuggets gets hurt, knock on wood, because I would never root for injury for anybody, they're going straight to the finals. Is what it is. Liverpool, it's just been letting me down. 5 losses in the last 2 weeks. 4 losses in the last 2 weeks. They lose the derby to fucking Everton. I'm not going to get sad about that again. But anyway, I got to go, Bull. Big ups to the first day. Stay focused and be great. Take a sip. Draft day tonight. Happy birthday, Noel!